Okay, well, I want to let you guys know basically the history that this car and I have together. I bought this car in 1991. It was not this color when I bought it. It was a gold. And sorry, the neighbor's dog here's wanting me to play fetch with him. So, anyways, I was a junior in high school, and I bought this car probably about 500 bucks, I think, if I remember right. And it had just a 305 or a 350 in it, and it had a vinyl top on it. And I drove that car everywhere. In fact, my first speeding ticket came with this car. Was 86 miles an hour in a 55 mile an hour zone. I lost my license for 100 days here in Iowa. And I got my license back, and I had already gotten another ticket at the time. And then the day that I got my license back, I got a third ticket in 1 year. And I lost my license again for another 100 days. Well, I kept my SR22 paperwork in the vent for the heater in this car. And we've been, like I said, I kept it in the vent, and that'll come in later in the story here. But there was one day I was on a gravel road, and it was foggy out, and I was going a little bit too fast, and I come off of a bridge, and the road was all rutted up from some construction work being done there. And I jumped the car about 30 feet through the air. And so when I did that, it tweaked the frame. And I don't know if the frame ever got straightened out. I never did. But the muffler came off of the car, and when I jumped and came down the second time, the muffler hit the gas tank under here and put a big hole in it. So that gas tank was replaced by me and my dad, and while working on it, I had a wrench fall on my face and knock my tooth out. So I have a fake tooth because of this car. And so, to make a long story short, I got married in 1998, and it didn't work. And when I was going through my divorce, I sold the car. It did not have a motor in it when I sold it. And it went very cheap. And so, the guy that bought it from me, he must have fixed it up and painted it green like this, and then it was sold from a dealership over in Green, Iowa, which is quite a ways away from where I live. And it sat out, I believe, in somebody's garage. Well, they drove it for several years, but it sat for 10 years in a garage on an Indian reservation somewhere. As you can see, this car needs a lot of work. They did some work here already, the people that I got it from. But as I showed you in the other video yesterday, that the floorboard inside is all rotted away and needs a lot of work. But anyways, it sat in someone's garage for 10 years, and a gentleman from Oregon bought it and started to work on it to restore it. And as he was restoring it, he removed all this paint, which I'll continue to do. He tore the dash apart, and he found my SR22 paperwork with my name on it. And so he decided that he was going to contact me. And I believe that the Lord works in mysterious ways, and it was basically the Lord telling me that, hey, this is my car. It should come back to me. And so I bought it, and I took my dog, there she is right there, and we took this vehicle with the trailer and we drove all the way from Iowa out to Oregon, picked the car up, and drove it back in 3 days. Basically, I had a cooler in the car, and I had a single mattress bed in the back here, and we just basically found a rest stop, and we slept overnight for a few hours and got back up and kept driving. And so now the car's here. As you can see, this isn't lined up either. The hood has got to be replaced. It's broken here and it's broken on the other side. The typical Chevy hood. So that'll be all replaced. My oldest son does body work, and we're not going to do the floorboard in here. We're gonna have somebody else do that. But here's the other side. You can see the floorboard's rusted away. It needs to be replaced. A lot of work to be done to this girl, but it'll happen. And so, got a long history, and over the next couple years we're going to be fixing it up. And my desired paint for this is going to be the Chevy blue that this car actually came out with in that year. I don't remember actually the name of the color, but it's a blue. It's really pretty. If you want to, you can look up that color and see what it's going to be. But yeah, it's a working project, or process. It's a project in process. Also, I'm not crazy about the rims that are on it, so I'll probably get different rims for it. We're gonna take all the interior out. We're gonna replace all that with brand new interior, and so it's a long project. I also have a couple other projects here. Got my Equinox. The white Equinox is the one that I was driving, but the frame got rusted out on it, so I bought this blue one, and the blue one had some front end damage on it, so we're taking all the front end off of my white one that I actually just had replaced after hitting a deer with, and putting it on this one here, and I'll make videos of this too. So keep watching for videos of vehicles and things that I'll be working on. And I also have this yellow Blazer too that I'll be working on. That one had a motor swap. The motor's already actually in it. I just need to finish buttoning it up, and that will be running here soon. Just kind of waiting for the weather to warm up, because I really don't have a very big garage to work in, and so, but all those vehicles, that's all the neighbor's stuff, so that has nothing to do with me. But anyways, just want to let you know basically how the Chevelle and I have such a nice history. Obviously, we both got beat up over the years, and anytime I make a change or do something with the Chevelle, I'll make a video and I'll post it on YouTube. And the first thing we're going to do is, now that I got it running and I was able to move it from behind the garage here, you can see where my charger was at. It was back behind there. We're going to get it on a trailer, and we're going to take it to a body shop and hopefully get a floorboard and all the floor fixed in it first. That's the first step. So stay tuned, and I hope I don't bore you to death, but like I said, this is my my biggest project that I've actually ever had to work on, and hopefully it turns out nice. I'm not looking for like a showroom finish tour, just something that I can say that I did this with little help from my oldest son and a few friends of mine, and I do have a friend of mine that owns a body shop, so, and I'm not looking to get any deals or special incentives or anything, just trying to keep it as low budget as we can. I'm not a millionaire. So anyways, stay tuned, and I'm glad you guys are on the page, and thank you for listening to me rant.